All right, shalom, shalom. Real Hebrew Israelite coming week in, week out to prophesy the downfall of America and this society. Start out giving all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Rakakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders and GMS and brothers that sincerely doing this work, and the few sisters that are listening and learning and being obedient to their husbands. So I just want to hop into a quick sit down about this, which it's bullcrap, man. These Edomites always try to throw us in this position, trying to make us feel like we just the evilest people on the planet when they ain't when they the ones being the evilest people. But it's cool, I'm gonna go ahead and let the clip play.
I mean, do you believe that? Do you believe all white people are inherently racist?
So, I don't know if you're backing me into a corner with that question, but yes, I do.
All right. First of all, I want to start off by saying the audacity of this white woman to even ask such a question. They were having a dialogue about critical race theory, and she just threw this question in there. But since she did, let's get at it. This type of question is like asking, are all people inherently thieves? A lot of people will say, I've never stole a thing in my life. But then the question has to be asked, have you ever been put in a circumstance that strips you down to the core of who you are? Like, would you steal if you were starving? Or have your children ever been hungry? Your answers change based off of things like that. Well, the legacy of white supremacy has created a world that white people don't have to be racist in today. This is why it's so crazy when you run into somebody who actually is racist. It's like, you guys won and got away with everything. What are you mad about? What are you tripping about? Follow the language. Wherever you find their language, you will most likely find the most brutal forms of rape, torture, murder, pedophilia, slavery, deception, etc. How many Africans do you have speaking French, but they're not from France? Go all through South America, you'll run into black, brown, and red people who are speaking Spanish and they're not from Spain. Ask the Congolese people what happened when they came into contact with the white folks coming out of Belgium. Over 10 to 15 million of them murdered, mutilated, killed, children's body parts being hung up in the middle of the streets to make an example of who's in power there. Go to Brazil and see original people speaking Portuguese, but they're not from Portugal. Ask the Aborigines what happened when they came into contact with white folks in Australia. Hell, I'm speaking English right now, and ask the African and the Native Americans what happened when we came into contact with the English. Go to Bermuda and watch the Queen of England on their money, etc., etc., etc. The same story. Different countries with different white folks who all woke up with the same idea to go around the world and brutalize indigenous people. So the barbaric whites come in and take everything, and then the good whites come behind and drink tea and treat you right? Maybe you don't have to show inherit racism because you inherited a legacy of racism that affords you the privilege to not have to be racist. Yeah, it's easy to be nice when 91% of nuclear warheads is owned by Russia and America. How we all act when Africa is a superpower with weapons of mass destruction like every other independent nation? Because ain't nothing more dangerous or racist than a scared white person. Could you trust a nigga with a trigger? I do believe that there are solid white folks in this climate who may want better for all. White people today have the chance to show a better face through action, not through lying about history. Like how public school taught me that the first president, George Washington, never told a lie and then skipped over all the slaves that he owned. Bottom line, our days of trying to figure out if there are some good white folks, those days are over. Our only job is to produce independent culture that empowers us, that protects us, and that makes us less vulnerable to every damn thing.
Yeah, man, dude just straight out said some real stuff, man. These Edomites destroyed, raped, robbed, and murdered everything, and got away with it, and they basically won. So they don't have to show their evilness like that. They can hide it now. They can act like they the goodest, the best people on the planet. They can hide it now because they got away with it. Nothing ever happened to them. Like we've been telling our people for the longest, which our people don't get it. These devils, man, they had a good run. They had a good run, and they did what the hell they did, man. So they got consequences to pay for, and they don't want to accept the consequences, man. This is Numbers 35 and 33. So ye shall pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shedded it. They gotta be cleansed like that, because this is what they did. They blood shed. These Edomites did all type of wickedness to us on the planet, man. Everybody. We got our language changed. We speaking things that we not supposed to be speaking. We ain't speaking in our original languages. You know, this is what these devils did to us. And for our people to want to look around and try to find a good, it don't exist. That's the point of what dude was saying. It doesn't even exist. You know? This is Exodus 21:16. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he should surely be put to death. So they never let us go from slavery, right? So these people got to reap judgment for that. You know, it's just sickening to have to keep living in this evil present world, and then keep letting, you know, our people just saying like they cool now. When was they ever cool? When was they ever, you know, this ain't cool what they doing, man. Ain't nothing cool about it. We still here. We still suffering. We still, hey, look, this is still happening to this day. To this day. Gotta sound like old dude. My man. Not Tyson Fury. What's his name? I can't think of his name right now. But this is Baruch 3:8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us, for a reproach and a curse, to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our father, which departed from the Lord Yahweh, our Most High Power God. So we are still this day in captivity. So it's no way in hell, you know, we not still suffering these things. We still suffering these things. We still going through these things to this day. You know, this ain't, you know, this easy walk in the park like everything is peaches and cream. Nah, man, we being violated, man. They've been violating us for a long time. And it's time for them to have to pay for these things. See, now, when you saying it's time to get an Edomite back for these things, these people don't want to. You know, our people want to stay dull-minded. No, they got to get it. You know, this is just part. The Lord ain't going to let them get away with it. You know, the Lord is going to put vengeance on them. Plain and simple. They got to get vengeance for what they did. You know? It's only right. This is 1 Thessalonians 1:6. Sin is a righteous thing with the Most High Power God, Yahweh, to recompense tribulations to them that trouble you. It's a righteous thing with Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. He's going to give vengeance. He's the one who's going to give vengeance back for us. So they not going to be this thinking they going to just keep getting away with things. It don't work like that. No, it never did. It never will. And it's not going to stand. That's not right. See, for our people to be thinking that it's okay and that's fine, it's not. Ain't nothing fine and right about that. Ain't nothing cool about that. You know, you just don't do things like that to people. That's not cold, you know, healing to us. Shalaki, I'm gonna have to edit that. But yeah, man, it's gonna be righteous, because these things that they did is not cool, you know, and they think it's cool and it's fine. No, it's not. You know, everybody gotta pay for what they did, you know.
Here's the definition of you reap what you sow.
As a matter of fact, let me. It says you eventually have to face up to the consequences of your action. So they gotta face up to the consequences of their actions, you know, and that's fine, you know. That's how it's supposed to be, you know. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is just not gonna let you get away with doing all of this evil in the world, all of this wickedness, all of this demonic stuff, and think that you're not gonna reap it. You gotta reap what you sow. This is Galatians 6 and 7. Be not deceived. The Most High power of God, Yahweh, is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. So you got to reap what you sow. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. But he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life and everlasting. And a lot of these Edomites, they reap the flesh, corruption, evilness, wickedness, pushing it. And then saying smart comments like that was just said, that's not cool. You know, that's not cool because it's not valid. You know, y'all not just about to just say, oh, you know, like it's our fault. No, man, y'all the reason why. You know, stop trying to act like y'all ain't the ones that did stuff, you know? That y'all just cool now. You know, but then you want to teach these things outside of the school. You know, hey, man, what y'all should be doing, y'all should be giving us, you know, everything, which is not going to happen because y'all not, it's not in y'all spirit to pay us back our 50 acres and a mule and all of that. And that, you know, it's just not in y'all spirit to do it. Oh, well, the Lord going to get you back for it. Though, that's who going to get you. Verse 9, and let us not be weary in well-doings, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. And hopefully we reap everlasting life. That's what we looking for. Because we ain't trying to be a part of your judgment that's about to come. To you, Edomites, got a heavy judgment that's coming for y'all. And it's not going to be nice, and it definitely ain't going to be pretty. You know? So, all of this, what y'all be doing and pointing the finger, you know, because y'all love to point the finger, but y'all never pointed at y'allselves. And that's the problem. You never take accountability of y'all actions. You got to go and take the accountabilities of y'all actions because you did it. Nobody else didn't tell you to do it. You did it on your own. So now it's time to pay for it. So I ain't going to go along with that. So with that, I want to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rakakadas. Double honors to our apostles and elders and GMS and brothers that sincerely doing this work, and the few sisters that are listening and learning and being obedient to their husband. Continue pushing and doing the work. And I'm going to close it out with this scripture because it's just hopped on me to do it. This is Isaiah 14 and 21. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the faces of the world with cities. For I will rise up against them, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant and son and nephew, saith the Lord Yahweh. Hey, the Lord cutting y'all off. Shalom Barakathum and a Ball.